my Beginner's Luck series, episode 2. I'm not on the account just yet. I'm about to go there. I just figured I'd start streaming because I have a summon on this one, and it won't be difficult to go from one to the other. Gotta get rid of something to make space. You'll see a little symbol for the word try that says the word trial in the bottom right corner. That's because I have not yet purchased Air Server, which is what I'm using to stream this now. But I'm trying on a new stream, and it already looks better. Instantly, I can already see improvement in it. You no longer have a lot of stuff on the screen that was there before. Um, Once I get YouTube actually sorted out, I'll be uploading this. I just realized I had to get on the account because today is Wind Dungeon Day. Wind Dungeon Day usually happens on Thursdays for many Americans. Pretty sure it happens on Thursdays for most other people, but I can't say that for certain. And Wind Dungeon I really need to beat on this account to get a good monster, Colleen. Colleen is extremely good early game and can be very helpful. This rune isn't bad. I'll keep it. Not bad. I'll keep it. That's amazing! Okay, this rune is actually amazing. For any of y'all who don't know, Will is one of the most sought after sets in the game. This one has a speed sub, and it's got some amazing stats. I gotta take a picture of this. That's really good. Sorry for anyone that just had a big flash of white light on their screen. So yeah, wow, that was really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna power it up. So since I've been gone, I've done a little bit of things. Not much on the server? Not much in this game, just a little bit. So for this, we're hoping that it powers up into speed. That's not speed. Oh well. I haven't done much. I did a little bit more grinding out, powered up a bunch of runes, and went into more dungeons. Haven't progressed at all in the story. That's what I'll be doing tonight. I don't plan on streaming for that long. Pretty tired already. That's also not speed. This has got a lot of accuracy for a will rune. If the rest of the power-ups go into speed, it's still a really good rune. So we can hope. We have hope. Either way, it's a really good rune. You don't get will runes this early on for one. You don't get 6-star legendary runes this early on for two. And not one's this good. I don't know when the last time I've gotten a rune this good even on my main account is. So that's amazing. There's a reason I've titled this game Beginner's Luck, this series. Aside from the fact that I'm a beginner, there's a lot of luck involved when you're starting off the game. Only because, unless you're playing a lot, very continuously, there's not a lot you can do. I don't think that there's a lot of luck involved in the game. For instance, to get runes like this, you would have to beat the dungeons multiple times, which just requires time and effort. It requires luck to see how much time and effort you put in, but with enough time and enough effort, it will eventually happen, if you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. So because of that, I don't know, I don't like to say that there's a lot of luck. However, when you're starting, you usually can't put in either that much time or effort, or it takes a certain amount of time to be able to get to the point where you can get stuff like this. Like, I don't even think this account could get this out of a dungeon, for instance. So, very, very good. So we shall see very, very shortly if this can power up to plus 12 or not. What we're looking at afterwards. At this point, any more accuracy would be good. Obviously, we want more speed, but the highest the speed can go is 10, which is still a good number. 10 is still good speed. However, I can totally see this rune being great on a second turn cleanser, for instance. Speed. And that was a mid-roll. When speed powers up, especially on a 6-star rune, it's 4, 5, or 6 speed. That gives us 5. So mid-roll, 9 speed's not what we were looking for, but 21 accuracy is really good. Okay. I don't think I can... No, okay. I can't use my mouse. That's okay. Yeah, so that's really, really good. I don't think we have anyone that's going on to. So I think I did a couple of summons. Got the Water Giant Warrior. I'll go ahead and show some of his skills. Attacks the enemy to remove all beneficial effects granted on the target and weakens the defense for 3 turns, with damage that increases according to your defense. He also attacks the enemy target and reduces the target's attack bar to 0. This attack will deal again more damage according to his defense. Also, it cannot be resisted if the enemy has harmful effects, which is very nice. And then he can reduce the attack bar by 30% with a 50% chance on his first skill, which goes up to, I believe, 100%. No, it does not, but it gets very, very close. Goes up by 20, 30, 35, 85% chance, which is pretty good. I don't think I have many defense percent runes right now. As much as I could put one on him, probably just gonna have to wait. But he's definitely good. I'll definitely be using him in the future. I believe I was streaming when I got our first Nat 4 on the account, which is the Water Sniper. For any of those of you who didn't see that episode, Water Sniper's a good unit. He's extremely strong and powerful. However, for where we are in the game, he's not that useful. So a lot of our good runes and such are on some of our other units that we're going to be using a little bit more often. So we'll go ahead and try to beat the Wind Dungeon. We beat Giants B3 to get the Bernard. We beat Fire B3. So now we're going to try to beat Wind B3 to get another good unit. This is going to be a little bit more difficult because we're not going to have our water units. And some of our better units are water units. So, but Bernard Shannon should definitely make it a lot easier. Lots of attack power coming from my team. Being able to actually use the Ardello we have. Wind Magic Archer. It's going to be very nice. This is B1, so the team's going through it with no issue. Okay. Once we get Colleen, we'll have Colleen and Konamiya, which is very nice. I think I clicked something, didn't mean to. Oh well. So the biggest thing about this boss is it heals. So heal block is very good. So our Fire Grim Reaper, he's going to be very, very useful in this dungeon. Very integral. Also, though, we can try and get enough stuff to awaken our Ardella, our magical archer right there. She will do a lot of damage. So that's going to be really nice. I want to awaken that Fire Hellhound, because he's just not doing much right now. Now, again, he doesn't have the runes and the gear that some other people have. But still, he's just not there yet. There are 2 other dungeons in the game. However, you can only benefit from the rewards you get from them when you have a monster that's 6-star to max level. So, because of that little thing, I'm not going to be trying as hard in that dungeon. Looks like I have a turn order that I don't like, but this is fine. We should be able to kill the boss before... Yep, he really matters. Okay, we only have one more stage to beat, so hopefully we can. So I'll go ahead and, since I'm clicking off of it, I'll show you. Right here, Steel Fortress and Punisher's Crypt gives you artifacts. And now artifacts can only be equipped if your monster is 6-starred and, I believe, 6-starred and max level. And the max level, that part doesn't matter. Like, we can easily get something to max level if we try hard enough. What matters is the 6-star. The 6-starring takes a long time. It becomes a lot more difficult the higher the star level you're getting to, and since 6 is the highest, it's one of the hardest things to do in the game. And in fact, aside from just, getting lucky and summoning a unit you want, 6-starring something is the hardest thing to do in the game. Aside from, I guess, win. But, that's kind of given. So hopefully we're not going to take that many... that's not fun. That's not good either. We really want that heal block for the boss. I still think they can do it, however. I don't think they're going to have too much trouble with it. They do a lot of damage, as you just saw. Yeah, they're not going to have that much of an issue with it. And there we are. So that will beat this will be Hall of Wind B3. Very nice. Okay. And now, yes, I will collect rewards, and boom, Colleen. Now, I forgot to beat Hall of Water B3 the other day, which really does suck because now we can't do that one or that one. Luckily, the rewards from either of them aren't that great. However, this is. You have to grant an unrecoverable effect on the boss of Hall of Wind, and you get 20 mid-wind essences. So, for instance, she takes 20 mid-wind essences. So that's really good for Ardella. Go ahead and I'll grab this achievement as well. So that makes it a lot easier to awaken her. And then, right here, when you clear the 5th floor of Hall of Wind, you get 20 magic essences. That basically would allow me, once I get the lows, which shouldn't be that difficult, that basically allows me to awaken her, which will greatly increase her stats, give her this good leader skill. So here's where it gets to, like, you have to choose. So we would have to choose which one we're going to awaken. For instance, we could also awaken her, Cilia, but she's not that great. Ardella is pretty good, especially with this passive high crit damage. She's good. Anyways, we're going to continue to advance through the story. I forgot, there it is. 3-star Rainbow Mons and a 1-day XP booster. That's going to be pretty good for us. Yeah, this team looks fine. Hold on. I will collect Colleen. Frighten right here. There we are. I'll get the energy. We did a little bit of stuff in this event right here. This is a really good event for anyone who's just joining the game. There's only a couple days left of it. We got her. She's really not good enough to take out of the summon. We got him. If we have to take something, we're easily going to take a Light Bounty Hunter. He's not bad. However, it's definitely not what we're looking for. And I believe we need to get to 500 points to be able to do another one. So time to advance forward. I don't think I'm going to change anyone off this team, just because we need some simple levels on these guys. Tomorrow, when this account resets, will be all dungeon day, so all the dungeons will be available. I believe I'm going to try to awaken Seek then. So if I don't do, depending on how far we get in this stream, we'll see what happens. But, you know, if I don't do it on stream tomorrow, or on episode 3 tomorrow. Oh, hello, Paper Bag Pancake. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently streaming, making a YouTube video. This is my series called Beginner's Luck, where I'm basically going through the game with a fresh start. I just cleared one of my accounts that had nothing on it. This way, anyone that's new to the game can kind of see someone who's... exactly. I've been playing the game for a long time. 5 or 6 years now. And I've only played on this account for about an hour or two. So this account is new, but I know a lot about the game. On my other account, I'll be making videos on that one as well. I'm currently trying to beat the Steel Fortress and the Punisher's Crypt. I haven't beaten Punisher Crypt B10. I've beaten Steel Fortress B10, but I can't farm it, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. Punisher's Crypt is just kicking my ass. There's no way around it. I thought I had a solution, but I don't. I'm also trying to find better farming teams for the dungeons now that there are B12s and such. It's definitely a lot more difficult because I was trying to work out a really fast Giants B10 team, and then they added all these new dungeons. Now, I'm glad because guaranteed 6-star runes are very nice, but you know, I was so close to getting that B10 team to be really fast, and now I have to go back to a safe thing. That's very interesting. I've heard it go both ways, between Punisher being easier and Steel Fortress being easier. For me, Steel Fortress was easier mainly because I hadn't gotten rid of my Vampire Lord. Many people got rid of their Vampire Lord, and I hadn't yet on my main. So I 6-starred my Vampire Lord, and I also have Peng and the Light Rakshasa, who's really good in Steel Fortress, and Punisher Crypt, but I'd argue better in Steel Fortress. And I've started building a Dark Mystic Witch, which, if you guys don't know, the Dark Mystic Witch has a perfect AI. So on auto, if you have somebody that moves before her in Steel Fortress, the Steel Fortress enemy puts up buffs whenever you attack them. So if you have a unit that moves before the Dark Mystic Witch, they'll make the boss put up buffs, and the Dark Mystic Witch will always, if you don't secondary awaken her, or if you don't awaken her, the Dark Mystic Witch will always use her second skill, which will strip buffs and place block buffs, debuff, which is what you need to beat the Steel Fortress. No problem. Yeah, Dark Vampire's AI is not great because of that third skill. The third skill is obviously very helpful. I'd use both if I were you, both Chiwu and Dark Vampire, because you want 2 chances to make it happen. You're going to want both of those units. If you have one, you're going to want a Lauren, because Lauren will make it so that if the boss gets a turn, well, okay, it makes it so that once you put on the block beneficial, he will never get a turn and never run out. So it makes it so that even all you need is to land it one time. And I can tell you this, if you don't land it like right off the bat, you're going to lose. So you need to have 2 people on the team. I am currently only running mine with Gina because I have so many people. I have Fran, Lauren, Gina, Peng. That's my team. And I believe my Lauren is faster than my Gina, which I don't want. But because that's a thing, my Peng is on the team because she only puts up a 1-turn block beneficial, and it needs to be more than 1 turn, or else the boss just gets rid of it quickly. So my team's taken up by those 4 slots, and the last one would be taken up by whoever's going to get those 4 people to the boss fight. So far, if I can get those 4 people to the boss fight, it goes usually pretty well. But the pre-stages are what's difficult for me, funny enough. However, with Punisher Crypt, I'm just, for some reason, not able to beat it. It's just not great right now. No surprise our fire units are dying. Luckily, these 2 units are pretty great early game. I'm hoping to, on this stream, on this episode, beat the Feynman Volcano, get the Light Dark Scroll, see what I get out of it. That'll also help determine what I'm going to get out of the 4-star slash Light Dark 3-star event. Really great event. Difficult if you're just starting the game now, especially because the event is almost ending. But hey, if you can get something, anything, a free Nat 4 and a free Light Dark 3-star is still really good. Really helpful no matter what. I'm assuming you already grabbed your free 4-star in Light Dark Nat 3. What did you take, Paper Bag? Okay. Continue beating this. Ardella should be able to carry us through most everything here. Lucian and another Lyn. That's actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know that for mine, the Light Dark 3-star I took was Light Harpy, because I didn't have one of those yet, which is stupid of me, because they're a really good unit. So I needed one, took that, and I took something to fill Pokédex. I took, the Nat 4 I took was, I think, something that had to do with, it was either, I think it was Wind Anubis, because I've never summoned a Wind Anubis before, so I needed it to fill the monster journal. I've summoned every Nat 4 of the main 3 elements in the game except for Wind Anubis and Wind Brownie Magician, funny enough. I've already gotten all 3 String Masters too. I think I got rid of one of them to 6-star somebody else, but... Okay. Let's continue to click through the story. Yeah, I've built 2 Lucians. I don't use them that often, but I have 6-star 2 Lucians. I have a secondary Woken Crow, and I have a Lyn on my main account. And I do actually have a Light Dark Nat 5 on my main account. I have Jaeger, and... not that button. And I can't open it, but in the to the top thing, Jaeger is what allowed me to get S rank for every single Rift of Worlds boss, all the 5 elemental bosses. He is on, I believe, every single team except for fire, and I already had fire. On main, I've beaten a lot of stuff. I'm gonna say I'm the end of mid game, because I don't want to say I'm end game. I can't beat TOA 100th floor on hard. I can beat it on normal every time easily. Trying to get through the new dungeons, they're a little bit difficult. Haven't beaten the Dimensional Predator yet, but that's just because I haven't. Let's see, what else? There's no other leader skills. No, there are not. I've beaten R5. I don't think I've ever gotten S rank in World Boss, but I have multiple of my teams get A plus rank a lot of the time, so I'm very close. I should have brought more wind units. Oh well. I brought Colleen, hoping Colleen would be able to heal me, but it doesn't look like she's going to do enough healing, and I'm not going to do enough damage. So that's fun. Yeah, that's the problem. It's just that I haven't invested enough time. I have never really pushed to beat 100th floor hard. If I wanted to beat it, I could. I just have to build the units and do it. But that's the only thing holding me back from my only focus being Arena and RTA. Because once I beat that area of the game, my only focus is Arena and RTA. And I still do RTA all the time. I'm like Fighter RTA. And I've made it into Conqueror before in Arena, but I just don't do enough Arena for that. So... let's see how well this team's going to work. This area is a lot more difficult in the game. It's the first jump you get in terms of scenario battling. However, it's not that bad. It's just that these wind units don't take that much damage. Rune quality is not the best. A lot of my... I literally have like no runes in storage right now. Every one of my runes is either on a unit, and some of my 6-stars just don't have runes on them because I just haven't been able to put runes on them. So it's not necessarily the best, but I don't keep runes unless they're 5-star, at least not anymore. Some of my runes, like from when I wasn't good at the game and when I was kind of stupid, I have some like plus 15 5-star runes. So those are on units that I don't think need extremely amazing rune quality. Aside from that, everyone else basically has 6-star runes. Almost all my runes are plus 15. My best runes are on Jaeger. Jaeger has some amazing runes. I've put so much into him. He's on Vampire Revenge. Other than that, everyone else's runes are definitely more mediocre. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I had to do. Cause the one thing in the game is an easy thing to think of when you're early game is, oh, if I just keep all the runes I get, then what's the problem? But when you keep all the runes you get, you start lowering your standards for runes, and you stop grinding because you say you have runes. And even though you know your runes could be better, you're like, oh, it's not a priority. I don't need them. And that state of mind is what causes you to progress slowly. So, for instance, I don't know the last time I sat down for like an hour just grinding out giants or dragons or something. And the last time I did that, it was Necro for Jaeger, for runes for Jaeger. So, my rune quality is just kind of like sitting at this mediocre level where it's basically the biggest bump it's going to get is when I only use 6-star legendary runes. That's the only way I'm going to make it better is when like every rune is 6-star legendary, all of them are grinded and stuff like that. But aside from that, I just need to be doing a little bit more dragons because I don't have certain things like I don't have a lot of violent runes, which does definitely suck a lot. Let me see what challenges I can do in the meantime. From here, don't think I'm going to be able to beat 5th floor, but I can always give that a shot. I could always try to progress to awaken Ardella, which is going to be nice. What about here? Rune plus 9, 3-star blade rune, and then awakening. That definitely would help me be able to 5-star something, and that helps me to 6-star something, so not bad, but well, I guess we'll try and see how far we can get. We have to, I believe it said increase defense, decrease attack power. That shouldn't be hard in Giants because if you use both Bernard and Shannon, you should be able to just do both of those naturally. Nice. So where are you in the game, I should ask, Paper Bag? Ooh, this is going well already. Decelerate did absolutely nothing. Thanks. Ardell is gonna end. Yeah, I figured. From what you were speaking like, I should say, I figured. Yeah, I've been playing the game for a long time, and I'm not endgame, which is just from lack of dedication, I guess you could call it. This team's not winning. That's annoying. Let's see, maybe I can get more levels on things and go back into somewhere else. Seek is a problem. Runes are a problem in general. Let's see if I can get more levels on Colleen. Yeah, so, I mean, I've been playing the game for a really long time. It's one of those things where I know a lot, but I just need to put in time to be grinding more for runes to really be able to progress to endgame. Um, I have a lot of things ready for TOA hard, and it's not necessarily rune quality, it's more my monsters, because it's either you have some ungodly rune quality, and that's how you beat TOA hard, or you use more of a team like use the like a dot team, Water Homie, Mav, stuff like that. So where it's mainly stuns, reduce attack bar, and then you kind of go from there with damage over time. That's what I call it. And I'm currently working on that more end game type thing, but or should I say more dot team? I have the Water Homie, I have Mav, So I'm working towards that, and I'm getting real close. So we shall see just how close I get, in a sense. You and you. Perfect. Okay, 3-star Colleen's not bad. I will go ahead, since he's already 3-starred, give Seek a Seek. Okay. Let's see if we can get any further with this. Probably take out Seek. Put in Colleen. Don't know if that'll work, but that'll at least provide me with a healer. We'll try this. Once we get past Tamor Desert, it should get a lot easier, because this area is just not fun. Although it's not as bad as Fayman. Fayman's kind of bad early game. But if you get through all the other areas, then just add friends and beat Fayman. Hopefully we can beat this area quickly, get the Light Dark Scroll, and hopefully, I doubt I'm going to get a lightning out of it. I'd laugh if I do. I hate it though sometimes when you see people who like just started the game and got a Light Dark Nat 5 out of their Fayman LD scroll. They're like, oh, this must be so easy. No. 5-6 years. I just recently got Jaeger too. During quarantine, I should call it. So it took me a while to get my first Light Dark Nat 5. Funny enough, I did get one on an alternate account before I got one on my main. It was the Dark Polar Queen. I'll probably be making some videos with that account too. That account's definitely a fun one. It has Dark Polar Queen, Water Polar Queen, and Annabelle. So that account definitely has some good units. Should be lots of fun. Oh, come on, Soth. Please. So hopefully Soth can do this. Oh, that attack break sucks though. Definitely doesn't help. He might be able to. You got 2 on an ult. Which 2? Couldn't level up on Colleen. Next stage. Ardell is going to die even faster, but we're fine. Once we get to Fayman as well, I mean, this will get us a mystical scroll. Wunsa and Rahul. Very interesting. My most wanted Light Dark Nat 5 is definitely the Light Dragon, funny enough. And I think my most wanted Nat 5 in general, aside from like, you know, general ones that are really good, like I don't have Hathor, I don't have Gani, I don't have a lot of extremely good ones. I don't have Bastet, I don't have Perna, I don't have Varad, I don't have a lot of the good Nat 5s, and yet I think one of my most wanted ones is the Water Demon. I just love the way the Water Demon plays, in a sense, and the way the skills seem, at least. Water Demon would definitely be really fun. However, Bastet is also really high on that list. Leica, I can also really understand. I don't have a Leica either. I have all of the Dragon Knights except for the Dark one and Leica. I have Chao and Leo, which is very interesting. Because I used to like Chao a lot more than I do. My first ever Nat 5, and I very clearly remember when I got my first ever Nat 5. My first Nat 5 was Teor. And I actually got Teor before I even beat Feynman. Um, I don't even remember how. I think it was one of those things where when I first downloaded Summoner's War, it was one of those let me just check and daily get rewards type of games. So I didn't really progress that much, and I was trying to not use friends to progress. So it was definitely a lot harder back then to progress as well when you first start out. They did a lot to make it easier. But I was just sitting there and I summoned a Nat 5 and I thought it was so cool, and it was Teor. Um, and Teor as a first Nat 5 is definitely very interesting. Ooh, Brandia? That's like good and bad in so many ways. Hello? Game? Game? Can you load, please? Well, at some point my game will tell me that I've won. Maybe. There we are. Hello? Game? Don't know how I lost connection here, but apparently I did. I'm still connected to chat. So maybe my connection came back and now I'm just waiting for the game to tell me that. Click yes. Come on, really? Well, this is fun. I love just randomly losing connection to the server. Oh, hey, there we are. There we go. Yeah, so Brandy is like a give and take depending on when you got Brandia. When did you get her? Because if you got her like really, really early on, not that great of a starting Nat 5. However, if you got her like kind of quote unquote late for your first Nat 5, Brandy is such a good starting Nat 5. For everyone that doesn't know, Brandia is the Fire Polar Queen, and what she basically does is she does very much increased damage with her third skill to any enemies who cannot be afflicted by the sleep debuff, and enemies that have more debuffs on them. And because of that, she can do some extremely heavy damage. However, if you don't have a need for her to do extremely heavy damage, then you don't have a need for her, and therefore, like, she's not that great of a starting Nat 5. So it all depends on when you get the Nat 5. And man, this is just not great. I'll show you the rune I just got on this account from Daily Check-In, though. Second day on the account. And it gets this from, or third day on the account, and gets this from a Daily Check-In. It was a lot better when there was a chance for it to roll higher speed. However, it's still an amazing rune. Let's try and add in, take out you and put in you. We'll try this for the team. Now hopefully, I'll probably just keep streaming and everything until I beat Feynman tonight, and then we'll see from there. That's helpful. And death. Cool. Perfect. Deadly Swing kills a lot. Nice. Hey, welcome back, Paper Bag. Yeah, when did you get Brandia? Like, where were you in the game when you got Brandia? I was just saying I was just telling what Brandia did, and also, how depending on when you got her with where you are in the game, she's extremely useful, or not very at all. my buddy's first Nat 5 ever was Leo. And that was just not at all fun for him because Leo, I honestly don't think Leo is that great now because of how many people have will runes, and the more and more they let people, like, the easier and easier it is to get runes, the more and more people will just get will runes, and the less and less Leo will actually matter. However, Leo does have a very interesting skill set, so I think from that standpoint, Leo's good. He's very unique. However, uniqueness doesn't always make you good. But his second ever Nat 5 was a Katarina, which Katarina is amazing, but he summoned a Katarina. And then maybe even just a year after he summoned Katarina was when they made the change so that you can no longer summon fusion monsters, which also sucks. So he did not get so lucky. However, he got his first Nat 5, I believe, hers first Light Dark Nat 5, I believe a year before I got mine. And his was a Gianna as his first Nat 5, which is definitely something to marvel at. A Gianna is an amazing unit that everyone in the game wants. Depending on who you are, you have different opinions of her, but most people think that she's extremely good. Do you watch any, I mean, obviously you must watch other summoners or streamers, but who do you mainly watch? I watch a lot one streamer called Island Grown and Jew Bagel. Anyone who's new to the game, look up both of those, but they're both streamers and YouTubers. So if you're new to the game, give both of them a look up. Both of them are extremely helpful, as well as YDCB. All three can be extremely helpful. I find Jew Bagel and Island Grown a little bit more helpful for beginning players, but they all have advantages, disadvantages, etc., etc. We'll try a different unit in the team again. Once we get to Vrophagus Remains, it should become a little bit easier, at least, to do this. The problem with this area is that these Wind Serpents resist fire damage and greatly decrease the damage they take from a fire unit. So because of that, you can't use water units because they're wind, and you can't use fire units because you don't do that much damage with a fire unit. So it kind of forces you to bring only one type of unit, and that one type is wind. However, there's also a bunch of fire enemies in this desert. So that again makes it difficult. And sometimes you get a run where there's a lot of the fire units, sometimes you get a run where there's a lot of this. And because it's so back and forth, it's really not a fun area. So hopefully is what I was going to say, that doesn't happen. But there's not a lot I can do about unfortunate events. Am I going to have to? Nope. I'm just going to die. Nah, I'm just going to die. Man, I think I'm going to have to just manual this, apparently. Apparently. Hey, more, fire units this time. That's good. Decrease the attack power right here. Defense breaks, always good. And Living Hell should get a couple of kills. Only one kill, but that's still better than nothing. Top off everyone's HP. Kill, kill. Okay. That was a nice first area. Let's get rid of this Wind Serpent. Or we're not going to get rid of this Wind Serpent. Okay. Brutal Swing. Killed one. Kills another one. And there we are. Okay. We are certainly getting through this a lot better this time. Let's do this. And we can heal block him. Nice. Got a defense break. Forgot that he cleanses. So annoying. Okay. And now he's just gonna die to Ardell. There we go. Okay, there's this boss out of the way. That gives us another summon, which is very nice and a lot more energy. Okay. Hopefully we can get another lightning out of this summon. More Nat 4s is always good. Okay. Click through some of the story. Okay. Now we just collect. And let's see what we get. No lightning. Let's see where our Nat 3 is. Oh, wrong color. I saw there was a high elemental. The good high elementals are the fire and the water ones. The wind one is, if anything, just okay. So that's not the best summon, but that's okay still. These energy runes are definitely going to help us build up our healer, which I think our first healer, or the one we're going to use mainly, is going to be Colleen, probably. We'll put all those runes on Colleen. Because we want Konamiya to have faster runes, because of Resurge. This can fully fill up an ally's attack bar, allowing them to get a turn instantly. So you usually, for any sort of arena team, want a fast Konamiya, because then it resurges an ally and buffs their attack power for one turn. You have a Lucian, you do this, and that's all Lucian needs as a setup, is just Konamiya. It needs to be a really fast Konamiya, and Konamiya has only 91 base speed, which is not great, but we'll get the runes from here and put them on Colleen, and this is basically our team once we get those runes. And we'll start going through Fayman area. And Fayman gets really difficult really fast, but shouldn't be that much of an issue. I'm just going to go ahead and manual everything. It'll make things run a little bit faster. Okay. Get a couple defense breaks, hopefully. Or not, just get one. Well, that's not helpful either. We'll heal up Ardella later. Maybe. Nice. Sadly, that unit's probably going to get a turn very soon. So I'll just go ahead and use a stronger skill. It's dead, and everyone else? Almost everyone else is dead. And we leveled up to level 10. That'll be very nice. Next stage. Yeah, so Paper Bag, what other YouTubers do you watch when it comes to Summoner's War? The three I usually recommend to people are Island Grown, YDCB, and Jubagel. Those are the three I watch. Jubagel and Island Grown are really good for early game people. YDCB is generally really funny, and if anyone else also plays a game called Epic 7, I believe all three streamers play Epic 7. However, I believe YDCB does the most on it, followed by Jubagel and then Island Grown. So. Okay, there we go. Keep progressing, and we'll definitely be able to beat Fayman today. In this episode, as I'll call it. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. Now once we clear Chiruka remains, that gives a legendary scroll. And the legendary scroll is extremely good. However, clearing Chiruka remain is no easy task. Usually players stop with the scenario for a little bit once they clear Feynman. Do a little bit of scenario. Hello, Randomly Rogue. Welcome to the stream. I'm also making a YouTube video. This is episode number 2 in my series called Beginner's Luck. So, welcome. I have completely reset an account. One of my accounts that's didn't have much on it, so I was able to just easily clear it and make a new one. And I'm running through the game on this new account, basically so that anyone who's just starting the game, as the game had a massive update, I've been meaning to make this series, so anyone that's just starting the game can have a little bit of a fresh perspective from somebody who's played the game for a long time. And I have a multitude of alternate accounts, all of which have done this. I believe... I'm actually not going to say the number of alternate accounts I have because it's too many. We'll just call it that, but too many. So welcome to the stream and the video. I'll be uploading it to YouTube. I believe my channel is CT Skullshot. I need to make sure I haven't touched it in years. The only reason I haven't uploaded episode 1 yet is because I need to make sure everything's ready to go on the channel, basically. But once I do, I'll get everything uploaded. I'll be trying to upload a video daily, but my schedule fluctuates and a lot of the videos are long, uncut, and mainly streams. So, but welcome. Okay. So obviously you can see the clear difference that we're having here versus the area we just came from. That desert is brutal. And then this area, which is supposed to be harder, is easier. More of the game not making much sense, I guess. And then it goes back to being brutal with Feynman, so... Hopefully we'll be clearing this very quickly so we can get the energy runes, put them on Colleen, and move on to more pressing issues. Hey, maybe we won't clear this one for once. Let's take it off of auto real quick. Gonna have to do this, and he's dead there too now. Wow. And now I'm gonna have to manual this. Great. No, I'm not going to revive. Same team should still work. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. I hate that defense break. That's not good. The attack break's helpful. I was just watching a little bit of a One Punch Man before starting this. It's such a great show, and I don't watch nearly enough of it. I really need to. Ooh, there was a little bit of lag. Come on, air server. Okay. Nice, another victory. And ooh. See, I really like Fire Werewolf personally. Randomly Rogue, my knight, because I live on the east coast of the US, is going pretty well so far. I meant to do this video a little bit earlier, but there was something in Epic 7 that was supposed to reset at 11. So I was mainly staying up until that happened, and then lo and behold, it kind of never did because the game had to shut down for an update. And then I was trying to jump on and stream this, and it also basically, streaming wasn't working. It took a little bit longer than I was expecting to set up. And now something's lagging a little bit more. Okay. We're back apparently. Let's see what I got in the monster event. Probably just 350 points to spend. Yep, just 350 points I can spend. I'm currently saving up points to get the ancient coins because we gotta get Fran as fast as humanly possible. Fran will give immunity to your whole team as well as an attack buff to your whole team, and that is extremely crucial as immunity is really good already, and as you can kind of see already, Colleen's attack buff alone matters and actually does make a difference. Now the reason why I was saying that the fire werewolf kind of causes an issue is he's a very good tank and he does damage based off of his max HP. So because of that, those HP runes might go to him instead of Colleen, but it just depends. I still might put him on Colleen because you need a good healer no matter what. However, that just means that she can stay alive longer. Oh yeah, you can, whenever you're in a battle, it's honestly one of the most useful things in my opinion, because you can just go to the event page while you're doing an auto run. So we'll see what we get. So I'm assuming from that randomly rogue you play Summoner's War. How far in the game are you? We'll just be clicking through this story. Okay. Claim all of this stuff. Okay. Now the good thing is once we do this right here, once we do the first area, also you can kind of see Light and Darkness Scroll. You can acquire it by clearing 7th stage of Flaming Volcano. Very, very useful. Very useful. And I just saw the Fire Grim Reaper is very close to max level. You play on and off. I understand that. There was a long part where I just stopped playing and I picked up again about a year later. So I've played for a long time, but because of that 1 year, it's been less. But still, I played all throughout high school. So I really have played a lot of this game. And I watch a lot of like podcasts and discussions about it. It's definitely one of my main games. And hopefully she's going to be able to solo this. Come on. She gets that. Kills the main boss. Okay. We got it from here. Yeah. The Water Magic Knight was literally built just to beat this area of the game. So it doesn't come as much of a surprise that she had no issue with it. And this helps right here. It opens up the fast leveling strategy challenges, which are extremely important because when you beat all of the fast leveling strategy challenges, it also gives you another Light and Dark Scroll. So we currently have to clear path normal with one of our monsters. That gives us a mystical scroll. And then we can get these vampire runes. And the vampire runes are going to go straight to the Water Magic Knight. They're extremely good for her. Once we do that, everything else should kind of be a piece of cake. Gather at least 10 awakened monsters. Very interesting. Didn't even know I did that already. Okay then. He's so close. Level 24, we need to be level 23. And then we'll be able to 4-star him. Let's go ahead and we'll try to clear Family Normal path with just one monster. don't think it said that it had to be on auto, so I'm not gonna put it on auto if I don't have to. However, we might have to game. Okay. A little bit of lag there. Should be fine though. Don't defense break me. You defense broke me. I hate you. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's really good for us. Now the enemies do a lot less damage. So we're going to go ahead. Retrieve magic. Ooh, that's not good. More damage from the enemies is never a good thing. But it looks like we're fine still. Okay, we get another kill here. Okay. And I believe that does indeed give us the challenge. Perfect. Okay. So now we need to clear normal 3 monsters that are level 1 in auto mode without any friend's help. So that's a little bit more difficult. I will collect these. Okay. So now we basically have to do the exact same thing. I'll go ahead and summon the one Mystical Scroll. Okay, got nothing. Let's see what Nat 3 we get. Oh, Megan is super good as well. That's really nice. So Megan, when she's awoken, gives your entire team an attack buff and a defense buff and more attack bar. She basically does the same things as Shannon does. It does still count, but it's just not something you really want to do this early on. I usually revive with crystals when it comes to giants, because beating like giants B10 on auto, that's a lot easier when you can revive with crystals. I should have meant to keep him at level 1. Oh well. We got you at level 1 though. We have you at level 1, and you are at level 1. So now lots of people on my team should take a lot less damage, and she should still be able to do it. It has to be on auto, so it makes it a little bit more challenging. But, you know, luckily if you save a couple of your Nat 3s, make sure they're at level 1, and then go into this, it at least makes it a lot easier because you're using Nat 3s. And rather than summoning 3 unknown scrolls to get level 1 units just to use in this entire place. Not helpful. Now, hopefully, she doesn't use her 3rd skill here. No, she doesn't. Perfect. So she's going to have to use her 3rd skill right here in this area to be able to win, and she did not. And that's definitely going to be the end of this run. Yeah, she has to use her 3rd skill at the beginning of that battle, basically. And so I could revive with crystals, but I'm probably not going to. And that's, as you saw, the issue. They all level up again. So you have to prepare. You have to take them out of the battle. Now, eventually you are going to win. It just might take some time. Her AI is not necessarily the best. But we might pause at some point from trying this a bunch of times and eventually just go to beating Feynman to get that light dark scroll. But we shall see. And back to her soloing everything. Retrieval magic kills everything. That's not fun. It might, but the problem is, like, she just used it. She's not even going to have it for this boss stage, so this is another loss. Because she needs to have it at all. And with it being on, and she also needs to be alive, so that doesn't help. Let's see what her runes are. She's on these runes. I don't want to plus 12 them, but I can go ahead and power up these ones to at least plus 6. And then we'll go back in and try again. I might just grab some friends units and keep going through Feynman, get the light dark scroll, and then keep trying. Once we get the vampire runes, though, these fatal runes are all probably going to go to one of our other attacking units that I like. More speed. That's very helpful. She might outspeed the areas. The last boss. Doubt it, but she might. We'll go ahead, power up all these runes. The vampire runes, aside from just being good runes, no, this is not on global. This is on. I don't know what server. I know it's not Korean, so it's either China or Japan server. I just picked my lowest level account, basically. My lowest level alternate account, and reset it. Okay. I'll power up this one. If I didn't ask before, what stage of the game are you in, Rogue? Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. I did not want to click +9. Okay. So that's definitely better. We'll go ahead, try one more time. Put in a couple more level 1 units. Try again. And then I'll add mentors to allow me to be able to do this even better. Well, she doesn't outspeed these units. And she's going to use her third skill now. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. See, that's the problem with her AI, is that she doesn't do certain things. So we'll see if we can get... Oh, I already just didn't click auto. Wow. Well, that was bad. I meant to click auto there. And now she retrieval magic anyways. Wow. So no matter what, she lost this. Wow. And that was just some really bad luck, because all of those team ups were with the main boss. Man. That's very fair, Rogue. That's very fair. I, for the longest time, was the same way. And even now, I don't like necessarily telling people what to do. I think of it more as, I like to just show you what I do, and you can kind of pick and choose what you like from there and learn. You always learn new stuff. Basically, every day you learn new things. So if I can at least help or assist anyone that might not know something, it's always a win in my book. But I would never say, like, you gotta do this to win the game. I'll tell you what's, sometimes what are really good units that probably you should keep for later in the game and stuff. But all of these things, everything I say is just a suggestion. You can take it or leave it all the time. Anyways, at this point I'm just going to go back through Feynman. Now what I just did was I added a bunch of mentors and mentees, and those are extremely helpful when it comes to going through the game, especially in an area like this. Basically, you can pick and choose mentors, and as you just saw, there was a list. Mainly look for water monsters that are 6-starred, awoken. A lot of good ones are Varad. He is the water dragon. Beth is the water hell lady. The water magic knight is also very good. So usually you want good AoE attacking units. The water dragon is extremely good because he'll he freezes the enemies and reduces their attack bar. So he makes it so that they very rarely get a turn, and he locks them down. Even if he doesn't do damage, that alone can cause you to win a level. And at some point, Feynman becomes a lot less about just killing the enemies, and it becomes a lot more about surviving the enemies. We'll go ahead and retrieval magic here, reduce that attack bar, and get that nice attack right there off the bat. Okay. There we are. Very nice. hopefully whatever we get out of our light dark scroll helps us when it comes to getting through the game faster. And hopefully it's a nat 5. Is it going to be? Probably not. For anyone that is just starting, light dark scrolls are what people call sometimes the worst valued scrolls in the game. To get a lightning alone, it's a 1 in 16 chance for the light dark scrolls, while for regular mystical scrolls, it's about a 1 in 12 chance to get a lightning. Out of those lightnings, people only really consider it good if it's not Hall of Heroes. The Hall of Heroes basically comes once every month. Because of the rarity of light dark monsters, the light dark Hall of Heroes are kind of the only ones that matter. And what it does is it basically gives you a chance to get basically a free nat 4. Jara, from your first light dark scroll, you got a light dark nat 5. Wow, that's really lucky, Rogue. And it's about a 1 in 200 chance to get a nat 5 from a mystical scroll. It's a 1 in 400, I think, chance to get it from a light dark scroll. So, very rare. And as you can see, this area also is really bad because of this heal block. The heal block means that my Lapis can't heal from her third skill. But also they reset my cooldown, so it's not like I'm ever going to get it. So it looks like I'm going to have to start bringing in some friends. Now the good thing is I have 5 mentors and a couple other friends. So we're going to try first to bring in one of my lower friends. That way I can save more in case I do lose or something. So he should be pretty good. Yeah, he definitely has his Vampire Lord rune for more damage dealing stuff. Jar is also a really fun unit, in my opinion. I don't know how fun it is, like, early game, especially since you got it from Feynman, so obviously that's pretty early. I also think Jara got a buff recently, which made Jara a lot better. So, I don't think we're going to get a lightning out of it, though. But obviously, if we do, it's already good luck. Hall of Heroes or not, especially on an account like this, it's already good luck. Every now and again, they also do a Hall of Heroes returns. In fact, they recently had one back-to-back for the 6-year anniversary of the game. And a Hall of Heroes returns pulls out 5 Hall of Heroes, 1 of each element, and brings it back. Now, because of the Hall of Heroes returns, some YouTubers are now saying that if you haven't already gotten it, and you didn't get it from the Hall of Heroes returns, it's now actually a good thing because it's probably not coming back. And there are a couple really good Light Dark Nat 4s. Yes, you can delete 1 mentor a day. I know that the Dark Phoenix, I don't know when you started, but I know that the Dark Phoenix used to have a 3rd skill instead of a passive, and the 3rd skill was an actual, like, damaging skill that would stop people from reviving. Instead, now the passive does that, which is very nice. Okay, well that was helpful. So we'll go on with another kind of worse mentor. So now with the passive, it does basically everything the 3rd skill did on every skill. That was the basic buff from the for the Dark Phoenix, which is really nice. People talk all the time about, you lost a very high damaging skill, but gained a passive. I figured after you said you hadn't noticed any changes to it. So, yeah, it used to have a 3rd skill, and the 3rd skill, I believe, was area of effect, but it might have been single target. So, when they changed it to a passive, that means it applies more often, because now it applies on every skill. However, that also means that you don't have it apply to every unit at once, because the Dark Chicken doesn't have an AoE skill. So it was really, like, give and take. It can be seen as both a buff and a nerf. It depends on what you liked before. Many people, though, see it as a buff. Nice. I think we have one more stage of these annoying little creatures. Oh no, we go straight into the hard things. So these things have no element and they do a lot of damage, or they take a lot of hits. The turtle, the Taoti, I didn't even know these things had names. They don't, they're just really annoying. And they don't even have an element, so that makes it 10 times harder. Luckily, there's only about 3 more stages remaining ahead of us, so we should be able to clear it very quickly. And especially with the friends and mentors I'm using that are really strong. Vrad, one of the reasons Vrad is really strong is his AoE skill that I just used. It decreases everyone's attack bar to 0 and it freezes them. His second skill also freezes everybody. However, this skill does damage based off of his defense. They all do except for his first skill. Meaning you have a very high defense unit that also has really good skills that are very good for utility and have high damage. It makes him a very sought after unit because of that. And as you can see, my units are doing absolutely nothing to these enemies. So it's a very good thing we have this Vrad with us. The final boss of this area is definitely going to be more difficult, but I don't think he's going to give us too much of an issue. Although I will save Vrad for the final area, so this time I'm going to use Taor. Taor is a unit I have on my main account. It was my first ever Nat 5, and they recently did buff Taor. He is a speed-based damage dealer, does a lot of both single target and AoE damage. That's not good. Oh well. So, very, very strong, basically. And crush. Yeah. Okay. That clears out this area. And so now, last but not least, we have the boss. And then this will give us a light and dark scroll, assuming we win. So, we'll see what happens with that light and dark scroll. I'm then going to take this Grim Reaper, and I'm going to 4-star it. And since I'm going to 4-star it, it'll make it a level 1 unit. Because it's a level 1 unit, it'll count for the whole quest system. And he has runes, and because he's a 4-star, he'll definitely level out longer. So that should make that quest, or that challenge, a lot easier to complete. So hopefully, once I do that, get a couple more levels on my Magic Knight, we'll be able to also get the Vampire runes. Well, that's grand. My game froze. Oh, there we are. We're back. Okay. And this is the boss of Feynman. Okay, let's beat this thing. Shut up, Durin. Okay. Come on. Okay, and there we are. Go ahead and do that. Wow. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack buff. Got the defense break. Living Hell, and he's dead. Okay. Makes it a lot easier when you have friends. For sure. Okay. Lots of dialogue boxes. We'll just click through all of this and hopefully get to our light dark scroll. Doubt I'm going to get a lightning, but always got a hope. And very soon we might be able to do another summon in the event tab, so that'll be nice. Okay. Okay. Aiden Forest is now unlocked. Well, first things first. Collect the light dark scroll. I'm going to check the summon event tab. See where we are. Can't do another summon. Oh, we're so close to being able to get more ancient coins. So come on, Light Dark Scroll. No lightning. Let's see what we get. Is that... Ooh, the Dark Grim Reaper. Dark Grim Reaper is pretty strong. So, Doomsday. Meteorites of Doomsday fall onto the enemies and inflict damage that increases with time. It also stuns the enemy for 1 turn if the enemy is under continuous damage, and with his second skill he does place continuous damage effects. So he can do a lot of damage, so he's definitely one we will be keeping. Don't know how much we'll actually be using him though, but that is a very interesting first Light Dark summon. We will go ahead now and get him to 4-star. That'll be very nice. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and make the team for Path normal. We'll put you in here. Take out you. And we're going to place in you and another level 1 unit. Now hopefully the Water Magic Knight will be able to complete this. So let's see how well this whole thing works. Click on it and click play. We shall see. Okay. Let's see if it counts this at all. Oh, didn't work that time. Let's hope she doesn't use it. She still might not. Although she probably will after this. Nope, she did it. That's it for this one. That sucks, but she might live long enough, but I highly doubt it because these enemies are just brutal. And because you have to do it on auto, it's just very, very luck-based because the AI is it's about as much as the opposite of smart as you can get. But it'll happen eventually. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But eventually. That is a good start. Retrieve Magic. This is actually a really good start. Because you want her to use Retrieve Magic, and then she gets another turn. She uses another skill, and now she has Retrieve Magic for this area. She's going to take a lot of damage here, but that's okay. Hopefully this team up doesn't kill her. She's alive. Retrieve Magic. Magic Shot. Kills a lot of enemies. Looks like we have a chance. That did not help, but he's dead. There we go. Victory. Okay, that's going to be very, very helpful. We'll go ahead, collect that. Collect this achievement. And collect this challenge. Vampire Revenge Runes. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just go ahead put her runes on probably Soth. Actually, there's an easier way to do this. We're going to go here, we're going to take his runes, we're going to put them on him, on the Fire Hellhound. We're going to just apply that, okay? And then we're going to take her runes, we're going to put her runes on Soth. Okay, boom. So now the Fire Hellhound has runes, Soth has runes, Ardella has runes. We're going to collect the Vampire Revenge runes. Okay. We're going to put all of them onto our Water Magic Knight. Okay, that's very, very nice for us. Not Energy Revenge. So now the Vampire Revenge set is a standard set for any unit that does damage, and you also want to live. So generally you have a farmer, and what your farmer does is your farmer basically goes out, clears an area like Fayman. Fayman's a very common area to farm to get stuff to level up a monster, for instance. So you want your farmer to go, clear Fayman, and then when it clears Fayman, Fayman gives the most XP basically. Your farmer goes and clears Fayman, and with your fodder unit or whatever you want to level up on your team. So in the process, it gets a lot of levels for that unit. So what you usually want is Vampire Revenge, because Vampire leeches back damage you deal as life, and Revenge gives you a chance to counterattack when hit, which you can also leech life on your counterattack. So that will make it extremely good. So in here you need to clear path normal without any friend's help while the XP booster effect is applied, which the XP booster, since it only lasts for 99 days, it just means don't forget about it. I'm going to go ahead and just collect it instantly and use it in Fayman Volcano and Path right here. We'll go ahead and put both of these units on the team as well as him. And we should be able to clear this just fine. Seek will now do much more damage with runes on. Yeah, definitely does good damage with these runes on. Helps if it would crit though. We really need to awaken our Seek, and I'm going to probably be doing that tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be all dungeon day. Then the fire dungeon is going to be open, which should allow me to get Seek to be awoken. And I probably am going to awaken Ardella, just because Ardella is a really good unit, and especially when she's paired with Seek. Magic Shot. I need a Revenge here. I don't think I'm going to get it. She's dead. Wow. Just had to do it to me, huh? Well, the XP booster effect is still applied. That's still getting me levels, and levels are still a great thing. So we will eventually be winning this battle. We'll get the rewards from doing that part of it. But, okay. Okay, Living Hell. Sadly, Colleen is who had to die very quickly. Retrieval Magic, hopefully she doesn't keep on using that often, at least. Magic Shot, double attack on a defense broken unit. Nice damage. Countered. Oof. Oof. Although I should have probably... Helps when her runes are powered up. Just thought about that one. Yeah, she's definitely not living, because her runes don't have any power-ups. I can't believe I just forgot about that. Wow. Well, actually, I haven't even unlocked clear all stages of Garen Forest. What? I kind of already did that game. Oh yeah, I forget. The game gives you, for a certain amount of time, some starting scrolls. Right here. Every 8 hours you can get summon another scroll. So I don't know why. Here we are. Okay, so this is going to create the portal that's going to take me to Arena. Go ahead and keep this animation on screen because it's a pretty cool one. Okay. That's the Arena portal. Okay. Greedy has entered the arena. So, through Arena Rivals, there's 9 of them. When you beat all of them in total, it should give you, I believe, exactly 20 crystals. So that's a very easy way to get crystals, which is a very valuable in-game currency. When you're early game, personally, I like to use crystals for summons. But oftentimes, once you start getting into the game and you start running out of energy, because eventually you're going to run out of energy, crystals is one of the main things you use to refresh energy and to buy more. Okay. As he's just going to explain stuff like this, he's also going to give us another thing that's in our go ahead and place our units down. Complete. Okay. And now he did send us another thing. So this is the Light Garuda. Light Garuda is a unit that's also really good, just like Konamiya. Light Garuda also can revive. Very interesting. I actually have rewards in here. No, apparently not. I mean, obviously I knew about these rewards. Very interesting, though. I mean, I guess I'll collect that to reset it. Not that. Collect that. Another thing I need to do, build the Temple of Wishes. Go ahead, place this down. You can do a wish at the Temple of Wishes once a day. Twice a day when you're starting out. It's supposed to only be once a day, but twice a day because the game likes to give you good rewards for just starting the game. Now you can get a lot of really good stuff from here, but you usually don't. It's just 2 random lottery tickets, basically. You can get a lot, but you usually don't. We shall see what I get from the first 2. Energy. So 1 past the energy is this little monster-looking face. That's usually really good, as that is one of the only things that can give you a Light Dark Net 5 without needing to summon it. We'll go ahead, do a summon. No lightning on the summon, so let's see what I get. Water Serpent. Water Serpent's actually pretty good. She does HP based damage. She's Mini Virat. She does damage proportional to her max HP to everybody and reduces their attack bar, as well as reducing their attack bar with her second skill, which is only a single target, but still really good. So let's go ahead and collect more rewards. Okay. And let's see, I might try again now to beat Giants before. I mean, first things first, I need to power up these runes. Power up these ones to plus 12, because these are generally really good runes that are going to stay on her. Because of that, I'm going to power them up to plus 12. And once I do this, I'm going to try again to beat Giants B5 and get another scroll. And then we'll go from there. So, speed slot, this gear is really good because it also, with speed slot 2, allows you to get first turn. So, because she's able to get first turn, a lot of times it helps her with beating the bosses easier, beating the stages easier, get first turn, kill more stuff, take less damage. It's the whole concept, at least. Now, as you can see, this is a slot 2 rune. And as I was saying in episode 1, slot 2, 4, and 6 are the really, really good runes. For instance, if you ever see me, I'm gonna power up these runes, for instance, to plus 12. And I'm gonna power up the other ones to plus 9. I'm actually gonna stop it here because I don't know what challenges lie ahead of me when it comes to powering up runes. Reach plus 9 with runes number 2, 4, 6, for instance, is right there. Reach plus 9 with all 6 4-star runes that are equipped on one monster. And then 5-star full set. Equip monster with all 5-star runes, and then power all of them up to plus 12. Okay, so I can go ahead, power these runes up to I'll power them all up to plus 9, and then I'm going to go try to beat Giants B5. Okay. So far making good progress. This stream has lasted about an hour and 30 minutes. The last one lasted about an hour 30 minutes. and I haven't done terribly much in between. It was a lot of powering up runes, and then I was pushing to get Konomiya from beating Hall of Fire. However, with all Dungeon Day, I guess I really didn't have to push that hard, but still very, very important unit to get. Okay. Now the game will give you some 5-star runes, so it should. That's why I wasn't too inherently worried. Like, let me go over here. 5-star hero rune pick ticket. This is the very next thing you get. Personally, a lot of the times I take the blade runes, and that's mainly because the blade runes can be spread from unit to unit or concentrated on one unit. And the blade runes are attack, crit damage, attack, which is generally what you want for an attacker. The fatal runes are a 4 set, so you can really only put 4 of them on a unit, and it doesn't really benefit them that much. However, with the blade runes, you can put all 6 of them on one unit, and it benefits them greatly. So when I get those runes, I'm probably going to put them on the Winged Magical Archer. Since she has improved crit rate, you also want her to crit more often. She also has greatly improved crit damage. She's a high damaging character, and those runes are going to help her tenfold when it comes to damage. For the time being, I'm just going to continue powering up these runes to +9. And then on episode 3, we'll continue even more in this scenario. However, I think I'm going to, before I end this episode, power up these runes and then beat Giants B5. So, hopefully we can do it. I don't know in terms of quality of my team and all their runes, etc., etc., but I think they can. We should, I mean, with just the Magic Knight, we have Ardella, we got our other units, we have Bernard Shannon. It'll be close, but I think we can. It'll help a lot with the Magic Knight being on Vampire. She'll also do more damage because these runes are just really good, just better runes in general, type of thing. So, that'll also help. We'll see, though. We shall see. Okay, this is a hit +9. We'll go to this rune, power it up to +9. Okay. I'm trying to do as much on camera as possible because I want everyone to get a full idea of everything I'm doing. So I'm trying to do as little off camera as possible. The most I'm doing off camera is a little bit of farming, rune farming, maybe essence farming to awaken something. Just because that usually is going to take a while. I don't want to do that much stuff on camera. Something like powering up runes I would do off camera as well. However, I usually film in great sessions, such as I usually take my streams and upload them, for instance. So I'll have big sessions that I will then be uploading to YouTube rather than making shorter videos, and they're usually a little bit more untrimmed. So I'm only powering up the runes because I'm just doing this right now to get to Giants B5. Once we beat that, which we should do pretty easily, Then we should get a mystical scroll, a bunch more mana stones. Should be real nice. Hopefully we see our second lightning soon. Not haven't gotten hat 5 yet, but no surprise there. It's a 1 in 200 chance. So, I mean, you can't expect it to happen soon. Okay, and this has gotten +9. So that's all the gear at +9. We can go ahead and collect from this. So that's really nice. One of the next challenge is just to awaken somebody. Okay, and we also need to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while the XP booster is active. It'll definitely help us with leveling up our units. In fact, I'm going to take out probably Seek and put in her because she really needs levels. Yeah, see, now she outspeeds, kills things first turn. Yeah, that's why those Vampire Revenge runes are so kind of crucial. Is they're just so good. Hopefully she doesn't use her third skill on such a menial target, but she did. And no kill right off the bat. Not surprising. Magic shot. Now he does that. Hopefully she still lives long enough to get off a retrieve magic. Very nice. Okay. And now magic shot kills. Nice. Okay. And there we go. Perfect. So we'll go ahead, we can collect rewards from right here. Now the next thing is to make 3 monsters to 3-star max level. That'll give us 2 mystical scrolls. Before I do that, I'm going to go back to the default 4-star monster summoning event page. Scroll through, we're a lot closer. And we are past 800 points, so we shall be able to get the last thing of ancient coins from this event. So that's going to be very nice for us. We'll go ahead and collect all that. Go over here to the ancient coin shop and buy more Fran pieces. So now we're halfway there. Let me check this event as well. Don't think I've checked this yet on this account. I was going to say, it's not like we've acquired that many things. We should have acquired a couple of points, but let's see how many points we've acquired in total. 2 points. Because I believe you have to acquire the points in the dungeons. Yeah, in the Kairos dungeons. So, also once we use more crystals, it'll help. We haven't even unlocked a lot of stuff in this, but we can get ancient coins here. It's just much, much more difficult than kind of it should be. So anyways, let's try to beat this area of the game. Don't know if we can, but the improved runes will definitely make it a lot easier. We're going to need Shannon to attack buff at the boss, and we're also going to want our Bernard to use his second skill at the boss. That will both do the decrease attack power, and it will do the increased defense effect. So that'll cause us to live longer, and hopefully light arrows damage is also increased with the speed buff right there. Nice, got past the mid-boss. Our core team, as I'm going to call it, is still alive, so that's really nice. Ah, they froze her. Oof. So we shall see if we can win here, which it looks like we did just fine. Although it doesn't look like we're going to get that attack break off anytime soon. At least we got that defense break, but he just does so much damage. So no, that just did not happen. Okay, then I guess the next thing I'm going to do is try to get some monsters to max level 3-star. For instance, I'll go ahead and just place them on the team, but these 3 are really close to max level 3-star, and I can use friends monsters to help level them up faster. I also increased myself, I believe, to hard mode, This way, they get more XP. So if you're wondering why this person's Water Magic Knight looks a little different, it's because they have what's called the Transmog, which is basically like a different skin for the unit. It's just a purely cosmetic thing. It makes their skills look cooler and stuff like that. That's just literally it. But it's still a really cool thing, really sought after sometimes. Um, Transmog packs usually cost about $30, and if you get a Transmog pack, then you get all the Transmogs for that monster. So, for instance, all the Magic Knight Transmogs, or all the Hell Lady Transmogs, or all the Dragon Knight Transmogs. So you get 5 Transmogs, one for each element. It's generally one of the more uh, bought packs, more commonly bought packs, but that's just simply because you know what you're getting. It's guaranteed. There's no like scamming, there's no, luck based, there's no paying for a chance. You know exactly what you're going to get, and the design team does a good job on a lot of them. They are really good. Okay, that's another good victory. We'll go ahead and put Duran's Leica in there. Now, hopefully, my Magic Knight will be able to complete this at some point on her own. However, I doubt that she could do it right now. But we shall see. This will definitely be very helpful. And I'll probably work towards getting Ardella awoken. Ooh. I might have to go soon just because my phone's about to die. I'll try to do this with the Magic Knight before we run out of... Go ahead, plug in my phone there. Hopefully we'll get our units to max level 3-star very soon. Level 24 on Colleen, 23 on Bernard, 22 on Seek. So definitely a lot of good levels. We're getting there. And they just need to hit max level. That gives us 2 summons. So hopefully I can do it pretty soon. That'll be very, very nice for us. I need to put those energy runes on Colleen to help her live longer. But okay. She hits the retrieve magic first turn, very nice. Magic shot, very nice. He's dead. Now she's gonna have to solo everything. Counter? Retrieve magic against one enemy, come on. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Boss didn't use his skill though. Counter. That's a nice counter. She's going to need another counter though, or a nice retrieve magic. That's very crucial. She might have won this battle. Oh, she needs a counter though. Oh. See, the boss, he just does so much damage. It's such a difficult thing. Let me see if I can do a couple menial summons. Hey, I've unlocked the times 10 summon though. I'll do a times 10 summon. Okay. And the first thing we're going to power up is our Colleen, because she's very, very close to max. Boom. That gets Colleen to max level, so that's very nice. We're then going to power up Seek. Why not? Okay. Okay. That gets Seek to max level. And they don't have to get to max level in battle. What I'm doing gets them to max level just fine. Ooh. Wow, that's actually pretty lucky. We got 2 3-stars, the Water Griffin and the Water Golem. The Griffin's not going to matter much, but we have another Wind Griffin here and the Water Griffin here. So we're going to go ahead and use both of them when it comes to powering up the Wind one, our already awoken Bernard. That'll give him some skill ups, which is very nice. and this will get him to max level. And there we go. So Bernard is now max level, and that helps us complete the challenge yet again. There we are. Getting the 4-star max level ones, that's a little bit more difficult. Okay, 2 more mystical scrolls. Let's see how we fare. Okay, no lightning on the first one. And the fire giant warrior. A very interesting unit as well. He revives with an attack buff and a defense buff, and with 30% HP when he dies. He has the same second skill as the water one, and the same first skill as the water one. I still think the water one's better. No lightning on the second summon, but what do we get? The water charger shark. A fun unit, definitely a fun unit, but that I think that's also kind of all he is just a fun unit. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end this episode here. Hopefully I'll see you guys later for episode 3 of the Beginner's Luck series. Most likely all I'm going to be doing in between, if I do anything, is I'm going to try to awaken our Wind Magical Archer, and that'll progress us more in this area towards, it'll get us this, and it'll get us one step closer to making a 5-star monster, and that first 5-star monster is definitely going to be this Water Magic Knight. When I come back, next time in episode 3, we're going to definitely be beating Aiden Forest all the way down to Chiruka Remains. Definitely be a fun time. But for now, see you guys later. Stay safe.